Ashe, peace family, Conscious Queen here, and we're gonna vibe out today, and we're gonna talk about some shadow work. So I'm waiting for some people to come up in a building so we can get started. I know a lot of people have been asking me what shadow work is, what is dark magic, is it evil, is it, like what exactly is it, and why is it important that we delve deep inside of shadow work and dark magic. So I'm waiting for some more people to come up in here, and we're gonna get started. Ashe, today is Thursday. I hope you guys had an amazing autumn equinox. You feel me? It's nothing but good vibes, new energies, new portals. And you already know, as we are delving into a new season, it's also time for us to release and let go of things we don't need, and also welcome in the new things that are meant for our spirit, our mind, body, and souls. Ashe. So we see people come up in that building. Shout out to the Divine Royalty family. I see you guys up in here. And shout out to the moderators in the building holding it down. And also, just a little FYI, we do have new merch. If you haven't noticed already on the channel, we have new merch. So the Divine Royalty family, if you want to shout out, represent the tribe, we have some merch for you guys. Ashe. So, oh yeah, and I forgot to mention too, crap. There's also a promo going on for the classes that we have, some of the old classes, recorded classes, and it's 30% off right now. So I'm gonna also add the link in the description when I get a chance. I forgot to do it when I started the live, but I believe it's just type in 30 off. If you go into the link in my description and you type in 30 off in the all caps in the website, then it's going to be 30% off upon checkout. Ashe. Anyway, that's enough promo, but let's just dive along into it. Ashe. So if you're new to the channel, subscribe. Ashe. Chico Feo, listen, we're going to talk about that in the group. Ashe. I got you. We're going to do a meetup very soon. Very soon. The reason why we haven't done a meetup yet is because this whole, CV situation was kind of tricky, especially in New York. That's where I'm at right now. But they are opening things up now. They become a little lenient now. It's not as strict. So it's looking like a heads up with the meetup. Ashe? Okay. So, without further ado, I was about to say something before I lost my train of thought. I want to just say too, guys, that dark magic and shadow work is not evil. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get a little bit into that. I do have some previous videos on my channel that talks a little bit about that. So if you guys have not seen it already, I would definitely say check it out after this video. But I am going to do some Q&A. I'm going to answer y'all questions and stuff like that. And we're going to dive along into it. Okay. You said it's trending? Who said that? Oh, her. Okay, Big Baller Kirk, I see you. Thank you so much for the donation. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Big Baller Shakola, I appreciate you. I appreciate donations, family. It does help with the channel. Oh, and another FYI too. I know I'm giving a lot of FYIs, but people have been unsubscribed from my channel. So guys, I would definitely say make sure that you are subscribed and the bell is turned on. YouTube's been doing some funny business with a lot of other YouTubers. I think they call it shadow banning. So that's why you guys have not been noticing me going live, or you guys get notified late. So that's why I've been telling you guys, make sure you hit that thumbs up button when we are live, so that way other people get notified when we're doing videos, because for some reason they're not getting a notification. Ashe, so just make sure you subscribe. Okay, boom. You guys are ready? Hit that thumbs up button when you come up in the channel. There's 200 or something people up in here. Let's get them likes up. Now look, let's just dive along into it, because I don't want to make this video too long. I got some things to do, and I'm pretty sure you guys do too. Ashe. Now, just write your questions down, because as I said, I just want to just go through it. I will answer some questions maybe if I see them pop up, but I really just want to wait a little bit later. Now look, what is shadow work, right? First of all, I want to just say that shadow work is something that a lot of people in the spiritual community need to do but don't do. And everybody runs to the light, right? Everybody wants to run to the easy stuff, what seems pretty, what seems nice, but a lot of the times these people that's dressed in, daishikis with head wraps and burning nam champa and all of this stuff, they're not really about that life, because they haven't done the shadow work. And it's crazy because, I was recently having a sister circle. I hosted a sister circle with some of my brujas here in Brooklyn on the autumn equinox on the 22nd. And basically, what we were talking about, a really good topic we discussed was like, yo, there's a lot of people that are in leadership positions in the community that are not doing what they need to do. Like, they have not done the inner work. Right. So let's say, if you always had some type of insecurity with your ego, or let's say, for instance, like, I don't know, like you're having a lot of relationship issues and it's some things that you haven't worked out yet with yourself, and learn from those relationships of what is the work that you need to do to heal that pain so that way you can evolve and grow instead of causing pain to other people. Why? Because hurt people, and this is not just for people in the spiritual community, but this is for people that just need to grow overall. We all are having a spiritual experience, or rather we are all spirits having a human experience. So this applies to everybody, that shadow work is something that everybody eventually has to go through. They call this, some people in astrology may know of your Saturn return, right? Your Saturn return usually happens in your late 20s, between like 27, you start feeling it to like 32. But mostly you really start feeling your Saturn return hit like when you're 30. Right? And why is that? When we're 30 years old, or when people hit 30, they think, you know what? This is the point in my life where I got to figure out, where am I going? What am I doing with my life? What have I done so far? It's a time of reflection. Now, if you notice, usually people around this time in their late 20s or 30s, this is when they start going through a midlife crisis, or when people start bugging out. Like, like people just are having mental breakdowns. A lot of things are happening because they haven't really done their sole purpose, or they haven't really done the work that needs to be done up to that point. Saturn is all about harvesting, and we are also in a time of harvest where we are reaping what we have sown. All around this time of year, I call this time the time of harvest. Usually the time of seeding, I usually say, is like when we start to you start to see things blossom and grow around spring. But you also have to realize, like, our ancestors always harvested around, like, I would say this time around. That's why they have Thanksgiving. But there's a whole, I don't want to get off topic with that because that would take a whole nother video. But just to make it short and sweet, I would just say that what you put out definitely comes back to you. The work that you do is definitely being viewed. Like, I think it's the 7 of coins or 7 of discs in a tarot, where you see the man that's like reaping the benefits of his hard work and his hard labor. He's patiently waited, and he's put in the time and the energy. You feel me? That's why it's very important to learn the art of gardening and agriculture, because you really will learn the value of patience and nurturing. If anybody ever had a plant and literally like watched that plant grow from like when you had a seed all the way into like a beautiful big flower, a beautiful big garden, like you will know the value of like taking it one day at a time, watering that plant, giving it love, talking to it, because that's what our dreams and goals and our spirit is. Imagine yourself being like a seed, a flower. You feel me? Like you're still like kind of like in that growing process where you haven't fully probably blossomed yet. And what happens is, if you don't nurture yourself, if you don't nurture that seed, if you don't nurture it, like it's going to bear bad fruit. You feel me? We are the products of our own thoughts, our actions, and deeds. And a lot of people that have not done the shadow work, especially a lot of people in the spiritual community, this shows that they haven't done the shadow work, because you can tell that they haven't done the work. Yo, you gotta look at the fruits that they bear. What happens is the ancestors are showing you, like, look, you know what I'm saying? If you don't do the work, it's going to show. What happened to my nail? Why my nail chipped just now? Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. How did that just happen? Sorry, weird things happen when I go live. Oh, well, I'm getting my nails done tomorrow anyway. So what happens is, people that don't do the shadow work, they start to go through these mental breakdowns. They start to see their inner demons. They start to have like bad nightmares. A lot of things start happening because they didn't do the basic foundations. Any plan has to have a good foundation. Anything built on a bad foundation will crumble and fall. And then you got to also think about this, because if you can only imagine somebody who has not done the shadow work, that has millions, billions, who knows how many followers, and they're leading all of these people astray. That is a problem. You feel me? And we're not talking about any one particular person, but this is like a big issue that I'm seeing like on a big scale lately. What's happening is that everybody wants to be a YouTube sensation. Everybody wants to be a celebrity. Everybody wants to be a star. And so what happens is people get a little bit of consciousness or a little bit of information and they want to run with it. But listen, sweetie, like, it's very important that you deal with you. It's very important that you go away from social media for a little while and you focus on the things that hurt you. Why is it important to heal yourself? Shadow work is a lot to do with healing. It's about getting your hands dirty, going in the mud, in the dirt, digging deep with your bare hands and trying to figure out, yo, what is inside of me that is causing me to feel this pain? And a lot of people don't have the strength to do that. Why? Because it's not easy. Thank you so much for the donation at Addie Giobim. Thank you so much. And everybody who's donating to the Cash App too, I appreciate you, Ashe. So what happens when you don't do the work? It starts to bear fruit. Bruh, that's why a lot of the times people's spells are not working out right. This is why you can't manifest right. This is why your relationships are not working. This is why you keep finding yourself in dead-end jobs, dead-end career paths. This is why your health is deteriorating. This is why your skin ain't looking right. A lot of the times, like, yo, what I notice is like people that don't do the shadow work, like you can literally see it on their like physical appearance. Thank you so much for the donation, Rachel. Ashe. You see it in a physical appearance. You see them wearing it. You be like, yo, why this person like they the Walking Dead? You ever see somebody like they the Walking Dead? You feel me? And you be like, yo, what is on them? Like, you can literally see like a dark spirit on people. And it's like, okay, well, what is this? This heaviness. That's their shadow that they haven't faced. What was the name of that? Oh my God. If you guys, what is it? Okay. I'm gonna take it to anime real quick. But if you guys ever watched Inuyasha, there was like this particular episode where this little girl, she was a ghost. She got killed in a fire. But it was the fact that she couldn't find peace because she was angry because her little brother survived and she didn't. And she thought that the mother cared about the little brother than her. But the little girl was hiding in the closet to make the mother mad. But what happened was the little girl didn't understand that the mother was looking for her, but she couldn't find her because the little girl was in the closet and she didn't know she was dead. Long story short, the little girl, the reason why she couldn't find peace, there was this spirit, I forgot what they called it, but it's like it has like a pipe, and basically it's supposed to like play this flute to help lost souls to like heaven or to peace, nirvana. But she didn't want to go. She didn't answer the call. So what happened? She kept allowing the darkness inside her heart to fuel her. She wanted to kill her brother. She was trying to kill her brother. People was wondering, like, the doctor was like, why can't he get better? Why is he sick? It's been a long time and he's been in this hospital. It was the spirit that was keeping him sick because she was so jealous of her brother that she felt the mother chose the brother over her. So her heart was growing so dark that this spirit that was supposed to be, able to help her and lead her to heaven became like more like a demon now, and it was about to drag her to hell until finally Kagome, which is one of the main characters, helped save her soul. So why am I bringing this up? If I could find out the episode that is, I'll probably post it in the comments. But for those of y'all who are Inuyasha fans or anime fans, y'all probably know the episode I'm talking about. Anime definitely has a lot of spiritual gems in it. They drop a lot of science in anime. So I definitely would tell you guys to check out anime if you haven't already. But yeah, basically the spirit was about to drag her to hell. And what is that? The symbolic hell, right? Because we're not going to get into the whole politics of is heaven or hell real. Heaven and hell is a mindset, but depending on where your heart is, it will tell where you are going spiritually. So that's why people who are living in hell, literally people who are not living righteously, and righteously meaning living your truth. Because what's righteous to me could be wicked or abomination to somebody else, and vice versa. My truth is not your truth. You cannot walk my path. I cannot walk your path. And that's what's going on now, is that you have a lot of copycats in the community and in the world. People are just copying and imitating. They get a little bit of gems from somebody and they want to imitate it and try to spin it and make it their own. But what's happening is that you're not putting your own, like, you're not walking into your own originality. and you're trying to be like somebody else. Imitation. You're not living righteously. You're lying. You're living a lie. And so what's going to happen is you're not going to bear fruit. And then you're wondering why. But the funny thing is, a lot of people have been living a lie for so long that they don't even know that they're lying to themselves. Why is that? They haven't done the shadow work. Shadow work means that you have to go deep inside and you have to ask yourself, who am I? What do I have to face? What am I avoiding? And some people, you know, it takes time because you have to be ready to do that. Like I said in my previous video, if you guys check it out, it's called why you need to do dark magic shadow work, right? Why it's important. And basically there's a ritual that we do where you have a black candle and you turn off all the lights and you're naked, sky clad, or you don't have no clothes on, and it's best to do this at nighttime. And, you could do a spiritual bath, you cleanse your space, and you focus, you look into a mirror, preferably a full body mirror. You hold the black candle, light it, and while you're facing, you're facing the mirror, the flame is in your candles in your hand, and you basically chanting, and you asking your true self, your shadow self, to reveal itself to you. Now, some people may say, I didn't see anything. Some people do see images, and some people may have dreams. And some people may notice that situations may come up in your life to make you see what it is you need healing. For instance, let's say, the mind is a beautiful thing. If you was molested or abused or, raped, or something happened to you when you was a child, your mind can literally block it out and act like it never happened. But a herb that helps to help you remember things from the subconscious mind is ayahuasca. Shrooms, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want people saying, oh, I'm advocating drugs, because I'm not. I'm just simply speaking from my experience, and also the shamans and healers and medicine women that I've sat with that have taught me things. Okay, I'm only speaking from my truth and my experience, and I only share with you guys because I am speaking my truth, and I'm hoping to help somebody out there that might need it. If I can at least help one person out there, then I've done my job, you feel me, on this physical plane. So what you have to do is light that black candle. What you're going to notice is things from your past, or things that's deep embedded inside your soul, is going to start coming up. Thank you, everybody who's donating right now. Yes, thank you so much. I'm Chico, the Soul Piper. That was it. It was the Soul Piper. The Soul Piper in the Mischievous Little Soul, episode 12. Thank you, Chico Feo. You the real MVP. That ass. Like, I appreciate you. Thank you, everybody who's donated. I'm sorry if I missed the name. But like I said, when I just go into channeling, I'm just like, you feel me? I'm spitting energy just coming through. All right, where was I with it? Things from your past, from your shadow self will come up. So when you do that shadow work, I'm going to tell you right now, get ready for some things to come up in your life that you need to deal with. So let's say, for instance, there's some people who are running from their truth, or running from that voice in their head. And I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. Some people like to eat a lot to distract themselves. Some people like to smoke away their problems. Some people like to drink away their problems. Some people like to party away their problems. Some people like to go out and do things. What's happening, or binge watch shows to avoid what they need to do. And all the spirit is sitting there doing, like the Soul Piper and Inuyasha, is just sitting there waiting for you. And the longer you delay, the bigger that spirit get. Where once it was a spirit that was supposed to help you and nurture you and help you grow, but now it's a spirit that's becoming heavy on you, and you think it's a demon. This is why people see demons. You think it's a demon, but it's not a demon. It's you. It's your shadow self. So when you see that shadow image in the mirror, when you do that black candle ritual that I told you guys to do for the shadow work and healing, when you see something, that's you. So whatever you see, it depends on how long you've been neglecting this shadow, because the more you neglect a poison in your body, the more it starts to infect other parts of your limbs and lungs and, you feel me, organs. So that's why it's better to nip it in the bud when it first sparks up. But some people been sick for so long, spiritually, mentally, physically, that they've adjusted to the sickness. That's like somebody told me something crazy, yo. You know how when I was a kid, and I remember, when you feed a baby milk, you know what I'm saying? Like back then, they used to feed the baby like Similac or formula or whatever like that. And before I even say this, I'm not coming at nobody's mothering skills, because, one, I'm not a mom yet. But this is just something that was taught to me from a person who was a parent. they said, you ever notice how when you would feed a baby like milk or Similac or whatever like that, that the baby will always vomit? Like if you like belch the baby will vomit. When I was little, I thought it was normal for babies to just puke all the time. But then somebody was like, no, that's not normal. Babies are not supposed to vomit constantly after you feed them all the time, especially after you birth them. She said what's happening is that the baby's body is rejecting the milk, is injecting the enzymes, is rejecting that poison. Because the physical body knows it's intelligent and knows that this is not for me. So the baby is rejecting it. But after a while, what happens? The baby stops vomiting as much. Because what happens, the human body adapts to poisons. It adapts to things that it doesn't belong inside of it. So that's the same thing that happens even with us. Junk food. You ever notice if you go for a nice fast, if you've been eating healthy for a minute, and if you eat one little unhealthy thing of junk food, you get mad sick. Your body can't even hold it down. That's exactly what happens. In the spiritual realm, there's people who's been literally holding on to emotional baggage, toxins, and just negativity for so long, where it's like they just thrive in it. They need it. People who find a good man, like there's a lot of women, and I'm sorry sisters, I love you, but I have to put this out there because like a lot of people in here are women. And I know a lot of times we like to come at the men and stuff like that, but I'm going to come to some of my sisters and say, look, sometimes we have to take accountability when a good man does come into a woman's life, and a woman been praying and calling on ancestors for a good man to come. A good man finally comes into your life, and what happens? You sabotage it. Why? Because all your life, all you knew was fuckboys. All you knew was niggas playing you. All you knew was niggas just toying with you, not answering your calls, like just avoiding you, not making time, not taking the initiative, where you was chasing a nigga, and you're not supposed to be chasing no dude. You the prize. Never forget that. You feel me? But anyway, you so used to fuckboys and men that playing on you. When you finally meet a good man that's being assertive, he's calling you, he's texting you, he's making time for you. You feel me? Like he want to be up under you. He love you. He's showing his affection and his emotions for you. He's providing and protecting and giving you security. And what do you say? Man, he's too nice. Oh, he's boring. Oh, he's too nice for me. He's a nice guy, but he's too nice. He's doing too much. Says, you know what it is? You used to drama. You used to drama. You used to baby mama drama. You used to having a fight like 10 different chicks on a block for your nigga. You feel me? So when you finally meet a man that ain't got that drama, you bored. What happened? You got used to toxicity. You thrived in it. Okay? I know this is going to make some people mad, but listen, I'm not here. Like I said, shadow work is not supposed to be pretty, and this video is going to probably strike some chords in some people. So if you feel some type of way, that's a good thing. That means that I struck something inside of you. I want you to meditate on what that is that's making you upset right now. And you need to write that down and ask yourself, why does this affect me? Why is this making me emotional? Why do I feel offended right now? Does this resonate with me? Am I running from this? Is this my truth? Do I need to focus on something? This is something we need to face the facts on. And this goes for the guys too. Okay, because guys be saying one thing, or they want a girl to be this and be that. And the next thing you know, they running off to a girl that got like 10 baby daddies and all of this drama, and she can't even we're not even gonna get into that. So it goes both ways. You feel me? But yeah, so the reason why we bringing this up is because this all ties back into shadow work, where people have to deal with the ugly sides of them before they can even emerge into the light. Even in a whole Kemetic pantheon, we know they say that Ra has to go into the underworld of Duat, you feel me, and fight all of the demons and then rise back up again to be reborn anew. What do you think that they talking about? They talking about you. They talking about something. They talking about you having to do the shadow work. You got to go into the ugly places. Why do you think that they've been conditioning you to be afraid of the dark? They've been conditioning you, even in horror movies since you was a child, that there's a monster in the closet. Closet symbolically meaning the subconscious mind, right? We always hear, oh, somebody's hiding in the closet. Skeletons in the closet. You feel me? If you have dreams about closets or monsters in your closets, then there's something that's in it. I want you guys to read this book called The Hero with 1,000 Faces. Read this book called The Hero with 1,000 Faces by what's his name? Joseph Campbell. And basically what he talks about is like the symbols of mythology, and how all of our ancestors been literally telling stories and teaching us about the work that we need to do. Those monsters that we hear about in stories, they're talking about your shadow self. They're talking about how to deal with it. What happens when you don't deal with these monsters? They consume you, they destroy you, right? The hero has to face the monster in order to rise up and become, a god. What are they talking about? This was the story of Hercules. If you guys seen that old Disney movie, the cartoon, the animated movie Hercules, like that's what they was talking about. You feel me? Hercules was an outcast. Nobody understood him. Little did he know he was a demigod. Hercules had to go through trials and error. He couldn't just become a god and go to Olympus. You feel me? He had to face some scary shit. He was scared. He had to go through training. He had to go through who? Pan. Right? He had to go through Pan in order to learn how to fight these demons, how to deal with these metaphysical creatures, how to maneuver himself from becoming a mortal man into becoming a god. Or, for women, how to become a mortal woman to becoming a goddess. There is a rite of passage that we have to go through. And a lot of people in the spiritual community have not gone through that rite of passage and they just skipped it. That's like going from kindergarten and jumping all the way to freaking university. You can't do that. You got to do the shadow work. You got to do the hard work. You got to fight the mini bosses in order to get to the big boss. And ultimately, all the main big boss is you. All of these are little aspects of you, little demons of you that you have to face. Real talk. Why is nobody talking about shadow work? I take that back. Recently, I will admit, and I'm very happy that since we did that video, what was it, last year in the winter, when we started talking about shadow work, more people started getting hip to it. More people started talking about it. So I'm very happy that more people are open to shadow work, because before, people was not open to that. People was like, nah, you bugging. Everything is love and light. Sis, you bugging. I ain't with that. I lost some friends and stuff because of that, because they did not agree with my philosophies. But that's okay, because guess what? Guess what's happening? What did I tell you guys? I said 2020 is going to be the year where we're going to get 2020 vision. So everybody who was fake woke or fake spiritualists or fake gurus, what's happening right now? Everybody can see through it. Even fake friends, you're going to start noticing that you thought somebody was in your corner, was never really in your corner to begin with. You thought somebody was trustworthy, was probably talking mad shit about you behind your back. Mad fake friends is going to be exposed. Frenemies is going to be exposed. So get ready for it, because 2020 is not even over yet. Okay? It's not even over yet, baby. And we in Libra season now. And what does Libra do? Libra is about ma'at, balancing the scales, truth, justice. So for those people that's been doing you wrong, baby, they said that the Great Spirit said that they will bring your enemies will become your footstool. People want to come to you that you probably been helping. You probably was a good person to these people. They probably used you, abused you. They're going to come to you humble. People are going to need your help. My mother always told me, never shit on people, because you never know. One day you might need that person. You're going to be at that person's mercy. So ever since my mother drilled that into my head, I always make sure that, everybody that I meet, I'm mad respectful. I'm only disrespectful if you try to disrespect me. That's it, point blank, period. I'm not going to just sit here and let you disrespect me. I'm a spiritual person, but I never said I'm love and light, okay? You feel me? We'll take the freaking earrings off and get the Vaseline and the razors in a minute. Okay, y'all know what I'm talking about. And that's the balance between the light and the dark. You have to have balance. Since day one, I never tried to front like I was innocent or an angel. Because I always say, I am not an angel. I am not perfect. Don't follow everything I say. I say always research the stuff that I give you guys. And I even give you guys resources. I give you guys books. You feel me? Y'all need to check out the Essential Guide to the Left-Hand Path. Okay, by Uncle Setnock. That's also in the description in my Amazon link. If you check out where it says spiritual elixirs and more, click that link and it's going to guide you to the spiritual elixirs that you need to take. Because some of y'all need to take these elixirs, because first of all, dead ass. Anybody else been feeling those ascension symptoms lately within the past couple of weeks, son? Especially last week? My whole digestive system been crazy. But thanks to the elixirs, they've been helping. So whenever I find myself slacking off the elixirs, I'll be like, damn, because I've been busy moving from Louisiana to New York. So it's like, okay, you know what? I haven't really been on my elixirs like I should be, and I started to feel it, especially since we're leaving into a new season. So your digestive system, which is dealing with your solar plexus, okay, your power zone, that's your power portal right there. Soul, the sun, the solar plexus, right? That's where you get your energy from. So you have to make sure that you might not even want to eat that much. Like, yo, dead ass, I've just been eating mad fruits and vegetables. Like, son, I can't even, like, y'all know me, I love my fried chicken, son. I couldn't even eat chicken. I'm like, okay, does this mean that it's time for me to go plant-based now? Because my body is not even, like, taking it right now. So a lot of things is happening to us on the metaphysical, spiritual, like physical, all of that level. We're changing. We're becoming new beings. And this is why I've been saying, please do the shadow work, because if not, you guys are going to start seeing people looking like the Walking Dead out here. Okay? Looking like the Walking Dead. I'm saying, though. Because they haven't done the shadow work. I need a water break. Y'all okay? Y'all all right? That sounds like Bobby Hemming, right? Y'all all right? Shout out to Bobby, one of my occult teachers. I love me some Bobby Hemming so much. Ashe. One of the reasons I started doing these videos was because I did not see, I didn't see any melanated women talking about occult work or dark magic at all. You feel me? Whenever I did see a melanated or indigenous person doing videos, it was always about love and light. It wasn't getting deep into our science. It wasn't getting deep into the titans. It wasn't getting deep into demonology. And I know some of y'all might run away like, whoa, hold on, wait a minute. Before you run, who told you that demons were evil? What is a demon? Do you even know the definition of a demon? You guys have to research that. If you dig a little bit deep and you go back, a demon was never initially an evil entity. You feel me? I think it was in, what was that movie? Narnia? It was some movie where people were assigned demons, but they were like your familiars. They was like your guardian angels or your animal totem, right? And Native American spirituality, everybody is gifted and blessed with an animal totem, an animal spirit guide. And they follow you wherever you go. They're your protectors and your guides, okay? Demons were known to have knowledge and information. If you even go into the sacred scriptures in the Bible, they even say that what King Solomon, David, and them was talking to demons to get information. It was demons that helped King Solomon build his temple. Okay? I mean, I'm saying though, how is a place going to be holy if it was touched and built by demons? Sometimes we gotta start asking questions, but not any questions. Somebody once told me, it's not about asking questions, it's about asking the right questions. Because you can get a different answer depending on how you ask the question. A wise man once told me that. And it's real, because the deeper you get into this knowledge, the more different your questions start to become. You feel me? Like, instead of your first question when you come into consciousness might be like, why am I here? You know what I'm saying? Like what's the point of all of this? And then once you start doing research and understanding what life really is about, you stop from saying, what is all of this? Why am I here? To like, okay, you know what? What is my purpose though? Okay, if this is my purpose, what am I supposed to contribute? You feel me? If I'm only here for a limited amount of time, this is not about me. I'm just a droplet in this big ass ocean. Like, you start to, your consciousness goes from the ego, which is just yourself, to it starts to expand. Like, okay, it's not just about my immediate circle. It's not just about my hood. It's not just about my world, the earth, but you start realizing like it's dimensions. This is a multi-dimensional thing. Some of you guys are creating multi-dimensional shifts. Let's get into that. Okay? When you do the shadow work, you are breaking generational curses. I'm going to say that again. When you do the shadow work, baby, you are breaking generational curses. Whew. Okay, y'all ready for that talk yet? Y'all ready for that talk yet? When you do the shadow work, you are breaking generational curses. You got to realize that they say when you break a generational curse, you are setting the tone for 7 generations ahead. Okay, you got to think about all of the issues that your family has went through, and you got to ask yourself, do I want to repeat this story? If you notice that everybody in your family, you feel me, is passing away from heart attacks or obesity or high blood pressure or, sugar diabetes, all of this stuff, you got to ask yourself, in the black family, we was always taught like, oh, high blood pressure runs in the family. Oh, sugar runs in the family. It's not that it runs in the family. It's just that the family just passing down the same eating habits. So somebody has to stop and say, wait a minute. If we all eating pork chops, you feel me, and macaroni and cheese, and you feel me, like all of this stuff, that's why we all sick. Something has to stop. Or let's say, for instance, if you notice everybody in your family, it's just like, all the men run away. It's only women in the family that's taking care of the kids. Everybody is being brought up in a broken home. Why is that? Why is that? Nobody stops and say, wait a minute, hold on. There's a pattern here. You feel me? If you have the mind to analyze and you notice patterns, you'll start to see things differently and be like, hold on, wait a minute. Okay, this is not normal. Because think about it. A person that's raised in a very abusive domestic violence household is going to think that domestic violence is normal because that's all they've known. That's what they've grown up to. So when they finally go into one of their friends' house and their daddy is not beating on their mom, they're going to be like, yeah, your dad don't smack your mom for saying stuff like that. You feel me? And you might be like, what? You feel me? Because that's their norm. So there comes a point in time where a lot of us that's watching this right now, our ancestors chose us. Yes, you are the ambassador of your bloodline. This is very deep. This is why you have a very big responsibility. You have the weight of your ancestors, okay, on your shoulders, but you also have to realize that you are also standing on their shoulders because they're helping you. And this is why it's very important, guys, that you build a relationship with your ancestors. I cannot stress this enough. Some of you guys, especially those who have not done the shadow work, listen, this is what I feel like it needs to be done. A lot of people skip the shadow work, they skip the ancestors, and they just start working with orishas and working with demons and working with all of these entities, and they don't even know who they are yet. And this is exactly why these spirits manipulate and use you, because you don't even know yourself. Because when you start hearing a voice telling you to do things, you're thinking to say hi yourself or your ancestors. Meanwhile, it's a trickster spirit that's playing the fuck out of you. It's playing. Oh, it's buffering? Hold up, wait. How's the connection, guys? We good? I don't want to... We good? Okay. Somebody was saying it was buffering. All right. If it starts acting weird, just let me know. Okay. Ashe, shout out to the moderators. Shout out to the family, Divine Royalty family in the building. Ashe, if you want to become a Divine Royalty member, just hit that join button, or also become a Patreon member. And we have merch. Okay. Enough with the promo. Anywho, let's jump into it. What was I saying? Because I be flowing. I be going. I said we're not going to make this long. We're already 38 minutes in. Thank you, Straight Panther. Ashe. Where was I with it? Somebody bring me back. Oh, how can you skip the shadow work? You can't, Ichigo, you cannot skip the shadow work, baby. People skip the shadow work because, listen, I was saying ancestors. Yes, that's what I was saying. Thank you for the donation, DeMarco. This is what people do. They don't even do the shadow work. They don't even learn themselves. People need to learn themselves. I always say, yo, learning your astrology, tune in with your ancestors. Some people be like, yo, how do I tune in with my ancestors? I always say, yo, get ancestor money. Do I have some? No, I don't. I do have some, but it's in the room and I don't feel like going to go get it. But I always be like, yo, burn ancestor money and connect with your ancestors. A Haitian priest man once told me this. He was like, you need to burn ancestor money for 7 days straight if you want to open up the gateway to your ancestors. He said on the 7th day, you're going to notice something miraculous or something that's going to happen that's going to be like an aha moment. Like, aha, that's my ancestors. They're going to let you know that they received it. You have to be very consistent. So what I did was I burned one hell note or one bank note of ancestor money for those 7 days, one a day. You don't need a lot. I just was burning as I went. And on the 7th day, when I was selling candles, this lady just walked up to my table and she was like, How much for all your candles? And I'm thinking she meant each individual. She was like, no, I want the whole thing. I want a whole case of them. I want to buy everything you have right here. And I thought the lady was joking. Son, the lady bought all of my candles, like everything. And I was like, yo, that's the most money I ever made, like in a day. And I was good. And that was ancestors right there taking care of me. So that's what I'm saying. Little things like that will happen to you. Ashe. And make sure you guys are smashing that thumbs up button. I know sometimes you guys forget, you know, y'all be getting in tune with it, but it does help with the algorithm. So hit that X on the right hand side, hit the thumbs up, and then come back into the live chat and engage with us. Ashe. And thank you, moderators, for holding it down and also putting that out there. And subscribe if you're new to the channel. But look, if you guys want to know how to work with your ancestors, I do have a recorded class for those who are interested. In the description, just check out the link. The Ancestor Veneration class that teaches you how to honor your ancestors. Also, how to be careful with summoning, you know, how to know the difference between an ancestor and also like a trickster spirit. Also, the difference between working with ancestors and spirit guides, very different. Okay, it's very two different processes. How you work with your ancestors and how you work with a spirit guide. You won't approach them the same way. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you how to work with a spirit because everybody has different ancestors. Thank you, Tiana. Period. Chills. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Blessings and love, queen. Thank you so much for helping me on my journey. Ashe, thank you so much, Tiana. I appreciate you, booby. But yeah, check out my Ancestor Veneration class, family, if you want to learn how to work with your ancestors. I also have some free videos, so you guys don't think I'm just trying to take your money, because I'm not. I'm only saying that there is some free information that I have on my channel that talks about how to work with your ancestors, burning ancestor money, and things of that nature for those who may not be able to afford it. Okay, but those who want to go deeper into the science and really connect to a whole nother level with the ancestors, I do have the class for you. Ashe. Anyway, when you do the shadow work, you're going to feel like there's a weight lifted off your chest. You feel me? There's going to be a big weight lifted off your chest. You're going to start noticing doorways and gateways are going to start opening for you that never opened before. Okay? You're going to start walking in this trust. Like, it's like, I can't even describe it. If you're a person that's very doubtful or very insecure, or you don't trust your decisions, if you need other people's like point of view or advice before you make a decision, then working with your ancestors, you're going to have this confidence. You're going to have this glow about you. Like, people just going to notice your level up or glow up. You feel me? And they're going to be like, yo, you're going to be like, yo, I don't know why, but I feel like I could just like walk through the wilderness and be all right. You feel me? Like, matter of fact, there was one of my subscribers actually posted a video. Remember, you was doing the Back to Jesus video things, talking about New Age spirituality and stuff like that. How people will go leaving religion and going to spirituality. One of the young boy, he was 17-year-old boy. He was talking about how he used to be very afraid. He was like, until he started tapping into his shadow work and his shadow side and dealing with dark magic, where he didn't fear anything anymore. He said, yo, he could just go sleep in the wilderness by himself at nighttime and be all right. I'm like, all right, you a boss, bro. Like, a lot of people that's, you know, OGs in the spiritual community still don't do that. But he's like, look, I'm not scared. You feel me? My spirits and my demons got me. He's like, yo, I'm good. So he's like on a whole nother level. You feel me? But that's how it be, though. Like, you got to have so much faith in your ancestors, son. Like, you got to know you good. Son, I went to freaking Africa by myself, and everybody was like, yo, you're bugging. Have you seen that movie Taken? What if something happens to you? I'm like, yo, I'm going to be all right. Like, I just felt like I was going to be good. I went there, I got what I needed, and I came back in one piece. You feel me? You got to have that type of faith where you just know you're going to be all right. You can't have doubt in his work. Thank you so much, Amber. 1111. Ashe. Cinnamon attracts. Yeah, cinnamon does attract. Cinnamon does attract, booby. Somebody had wrote something in the chat. But what was I gonna say? Dark magic. What is dark magic? Okay, we was talking about the shadow work, breaking generational curses. And I know a lot of you guys want practicality, but, you know, one of the things that I learned is that the best teachers don't give you the answers. The best teachers give you the resources so you can find the answer yourself. Only thing I can do is give you guys the books and the sources that I have. A really good website that I would recommend you guys check out is called sacredtext.com. So I believe it's sacred with the dash and text. with an S at the end.com. So you guys can just Google sacred text, and it has a whole bunch of free PDFs from like books that's like out of print. It has books on like all types of stuff, magic, necromancy, telekinesis. It has books on alchemy, very, very old books from like freaking the 1800s, like probably old books, man. They got some really good books up in there, but check it out. Sacred text. Yes, Mary, you know about sacred text. You know about sacred text. And I know like a lot of y'all guys got to start questioning these people you follow. If they not giving you guys resources, what are they really doing? They acting like gatekeepers. This is the age of knowing now. We don't have any more gatekeepers where you need a priest in order to get the information, or you need a pastor in order to get the information, or like we not doing that no more. Now we in the age of Aquarius, or this new age, or this is the age, this is 2012. This is the end of the old world and the beginning of a new. Son, like things are going to be very different starting from this year moving on. And if for those people that's still stuck in the old paradigm, they're going to find themselves in a very, very, very dark place. You feel me? And honestly, a lot of us, you can't feel bad for them because they had plenty of opportunity. Just like you had opportunity and time and signs, you followed it. The difference, you know why? You know what I think it is? A lot of us are black sheep. You know why the black sheep always ends up being the one that breaks generational curses? It's because we didn't have as much distractions as everybody else. We was alone. We was in our room vibing by ourselves when everybody else was like partying, socializing, doing all of that, popular stuff. We was focused on ourselves. So what happened? The ancestors noticed they couldn't reach the other ones. They could reach you though. Why? Because you wasn't as distracted. You got to also realize that a lot of the times the ancestors need you to calm down and be with self. You ever feel like sometimes, things block you from going out and partying, or you feel like, why is my phone so dry? Why nobody hitting me up? What's going on? That's the point when you need to be silent, be still, and focus on you. That's what your ancestors are trying to tell you. It's like, yo, sit your ass down, calm down, do some meditation, get a journal, and write down this work, because we got some words for you. You feel me? I don't know about your ancestors, but my ancestors be like ripping me a new butthole. You feel me? Sometimes when I be like rebellious, because I'm a rebellious spirit. Feel me? Shout out to my black sheeps and rebels out here. But a lot of us, the ancestors, come to us because they know, like, you know what? You're teachable. There's some people who's not teachable. There's some people whose ego is so inflated that they think they know everything. Excuse me. They think they know everything, and they allow their ego to override them. This is why a lot of people in the conscious and spiritual community are being driven by ego, and this is why they don't want to give you guys information. They want to charge you $5,000 for information you can find for free, right? And get it. Listen, I do believe that, look, if a person is going out of their way to do research, to get these books, to get all this information and give it to you, yes, I do believe that, you know what, this person should be compensated for their time, because they saved you time by doing the work and giving it to you and breaking it down to you to save you time and energy. You feel me? That's what Bobby Hemmett was doing. He had mad books, mad resources, and he wasn't really even charging. Like, I think he was doing it for free. He was just giving information to people. You feel me? But a lot of the times we don't respect the teachers. We don't feed them back. And so when we don't have any more teachers, we wonder where all the real teachers go, where all the real ones go. They hungry, they starving, they sick because nobody was nurturing and putting back into them. You feel me? It's like it's reciprocity, it's give and take. But look, I do have a problem though with people be giving out fake information or being greedy. You feel me? Like, everybody needs to be compensated for their time and energy, because that's something that we know we can't get our time back in this physical realm, unfortunately. But compensate them fairly. If you're going to charge for a price for your readings or your services, be fair. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, ancestors and spirit guide is going to get your ass if you're trying to beat people on their head and you're not really doing the work yourself. If you out here, faking the funk and you're not really about that life, then you're about to catch those spiritual hands, because ancestors are not playing. Ancestors is pulling up on niggas and freaking scaring the shit out of them. And that's why a lot of people running back to the church, because they didn't do the work. So when people are afraid, think about it. Everybody who runs to religion are afraid of the time because they don't know where to run to. So they go back to their programming. They're not evolving, they're devolving. They're going backwards. And those are the people that's going to be stuck in 3D. So you guys have to be very careful who you follow. And also, you have to walk in your truth and do your inner work. Do your shadow work. Do that ritual with the black candle. I know it takes some time to get up there, but before you do it, just start, throughout the day, just meditate with a black candle. A few minutes a day. Ask your ancestors or your higher self, your shadow self, to tell you what shadows, what aspects of you do you need to focus on? What is it that you're neglecting? What is it that you need to see? You feel me? And try to get clarity too. Some of you guys are so used to smoking all the time where you don't even know the last time you've been sober. Like, I know people dead ass that's like that. Like, yo, like they wake up, wake and bake, like they smoke, like they gotta smoke. Son, they feel like if they don't smoke, I know somebody who's like, yo, I didn't smoke all day. I'm like, yo, what's wrong with you? They're like, yo, I need to smoke right now. I'm like, bro, they're like, I can't focus without smoking. Like, they literally feel like their mind is foggy without it. And I'm like, isn't it supposed to be the other way around? You feel me? And I'm not knocking anybody who indulge in the herbs, but I'm saying that a lot of the times our ancestors indulged in those herbs ritually. It was for ceremonial purposes. It was, if you're going to indulge in, you feel me, Mary Jane or shrooms or whatever it is that you want to indulge in, do it with purpose. You feel me? Make sure it's not a habit. Everything in moderation, right? Anything that you do in excess can hurt you. Ma'at, we in the Libra, right? The scales, balance. If you always out partying, spending time with friends, and you don't have time for yourself, you're never in the house, you never got time for you, then you need to readjust. You burning yourself out. You need to take care of you. You need to take care of yourself. Why my shirt is all lopsided? Fix my shirt. I'm sorry. Present myself properly. I appreciate everybody who's been donating. I really do. You feel me? Thank you, Lisa P925. I appreciate everybody who's been donating. Listen, and honestly, smoking a lot of ganja will block your dream. That's why a lot of y'all don't dream anymore. And you got to be careful too of, sexually transmitted demons or spiritual transmitted diseases. However you want to say it or put it, when you having sex with somebody and, you're not even really connected to that person. You don't even know that person like that. You feel me? What you really should be doing is like literally spiritually cleansing that person and yourself before y'all indulge in that act. And I'm not judging nobody up in here because I ain't nobody to judge. You feel me? If you like to have sex with a whole bunch of partners, if you into, you feel me, like swinging and all of that, that's your thing. But I would just say be very careful who you swing with. Because you might end up contracting a spirit that's going to be hard to banish, baby. They might get comfortable up in that womb, in that yoni. And even for the fellas, you got to realize that women, there's some succubus women out here that know what they doing. These witches out here that using they feminine charm for wicked deeds. And they using you and they sucking your energy. And that's why you wondering like, oh, I feel so tired. Oh, I feel like a zombie. Like, you wondering like why you can't leave this woman alone or why your life is going to shit when you're not with her and you feel like you need her. It's because, yeah, she's draining you. She has your energy trapped in her womb. And that's why you always feel pulled because part of you wants to get your spirit back. You feel me? Fellas, you better be careful. I'm telling you, when I have my sons, I'm going to teach them all about the game. I'm going to tell them all about the game, how to protect themselves from witches, all of that. Like, my son's going to be, and my daughters, like, they all going to be good out here. My mouth is dry. I'm about to pin my hair back. There we go. Out of my face for a second. Okay. Let's get to some of these questions. I got to bounce in a little bit. Oh yeah, and for the Divine Royalty family, you guys have a discount for the merch. You feel me? I put the discount code in the community tab for the members. What's this? CQ, can we do multiple New York meetups like in the spring? I'm not at home because I'm a college athlete at a big school. Gibby Anon. Like I was saying, I do want to start doing meetups, family. I was actually talking about this to the Divine Royalty family in our private group, but I was saying that, you know, briefly, that this whole CV situation is letting up. So we've been pretty much waiting for that. But, you know, for the Divine Royalty family, I have told you guys a little like heads up of what we got planned. You know, I don't really like to put out things in motion, you know, because, you know, a lot of people like to put their evil eye on things. Let me see. Queen, when will you start doing personal readings again? And I live in BK and rather meet in person. Readings, yo no sé. I don't know, because there's a reason why I stopped. Like I said, like, it's not that I don't do readings. You feel me? I might have to do a video explaining why I stopped. It's not that I don't do readings. Like, I'm still capable and able to read people. Like, you feel me? If I wanted to. But Spirit told me that I need to kind of like chill out with taking in new clients and just reading strangers and stuff like that. So if I feel compelled to do a reading for like a very close friend or something, like sometimes Spirit will guide me to do that. But just to do it as like a full-time job, that's not really what I'm here for. There's some people who are here for that. But right now in my particular life period, I'm supposed to be doing something else. You feel me? Like sometimes we got to ask ourselves, like, what is our purpose right now? Because our purpose can change throughout our seasons. You might have to do readings and help people and be a counselor for X amount of years, but then there comes a point in time where it's like, all right, look, I need you to be the facilitator, or like, you know, the person to bring these people together so that we can start making big moves. You feel me? Like, it's very hard to do readings all day every day when you're trying to build empires. You feel me? Like, it's readings take a lot of energy. You feel me? So sometimes we have to delegate and prioritize things. And thank God, you know, Ancestor's definitely been taking care of me. You feel me? So they've been telling me to trust the process. And a lot of you guys will notice that too. It's like, you know, a lot of y'all probably quit your jobs or notice that this whole CV situation has showed you that, yo, like, your ancestors will take care of you. Yo, y'all need to go check. It's mad free money out here. Like, yo, if you have it, son, let me tell you something right now, okay? I'm going to do a video on this, but like, yo, if you got mad kids and stuff like that, or you hungry, yo, they giving out like free food stamps, son. Like, food stamps, they just giving that out easily. I want to probably have to do a video step by step teaching y'all how to get these free food stamps, how to get free free government money. You feel me? And before y'all start tooting y'all noses up and being like, oh, I don't need no government assistance, you know, that's for poor people. Listen, you cannot be too humble. If somebody's giving you free money, if there's free money out here, you might as well snatch that up. And Amazon giving deals to people who got food stamps. Okay, if you got food stamps, you get Amazon Prime for like, I think $6 a month instead of paying like $120 something. Hello, CJ, listen, you could do it online. Listen, I'm gonna hook y'all up, okay? All right, because y'all gotta learn how to milk the system a little bit. You feel me? There's always people. The system is always milking the people, but right now, you need to learn how to milk the system. You need to know how to get what you gotta get. A lot of y'all, the government owe a lot of y'all money. Y'all don't even know it. A lot of y'all are owed money, big money, and it's coming to the forefront now. Because there's been people in the government office that's been taking your money and using that money for very sinister, evil, wicked things. Okay? Yeah, some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Because a lot of these agents, a lot of these government officials and celebrities were in on some type of, you know, stuff. But we ain't gonna get into that. You feel me? There's a whole bunch of channels that talk about that. But yeah, no. Anywho. But yeah, the PUA and stuff. I'm all for the people, you feel me? And a lot of people out here is struggling. Some people is okay, but, you know, you could never, it never hurts to get extra money. Okay. Toya, if they deny you, girl, you could appeal that. You can appeal that. Some of you guys, I'm like I said, I'm gonna do a different video. But some of y'all don't know how to fill out those applications. Y'all be putting too much information. Y'all be putting too much information when y'all put those applications. That's why y'all get rejected. It's a certain way you gotta fill that out. Anyway, like I said, oh, please watch the profane. Oh, somebody is cursing. Was it me? I'm sorry, guys. I do have a little potty mouth sometimes, but that's just how my spirits are. Anyway, look. Did I miss? I got you guys. I'm gonna do it. You know what? I think I need to do a video on that because some of y'all don't know how to fill out these applications, and that's where y'all get rejected. There's certain questions you gotta answer a certain way. I'm not saying lie. I'm saying you gotta answer a certain way. Y'all trying to get this channel shut down. Y'all better stop it. Y'all already realize they be taking my stuff down. They be taking some of my stuff down, so I gotta be careful what I say. I love you guys, but in order for me to keep spreading this information, let's try to keep this channel up for as long as we can. You feel me? Until we move to another platform. But nah, look, we already an hour in here. I love you guys so much. Thank you everybody who donated. Thank you everybody who tuned in. Shout out to the new Divine Royalty members, people that became new members. Just hit the join button or become Patreon members. Also, hit that thumbs up button. If you have any questions that I probably missed, just can you comment it in the comment section? I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Rashida. I love you too. Ashe, for the donation. I see you just donated 1111. I appreciate you. For people who I missed, forgive me. I was chatty patty. I was channeling, so I couldn't get to everybody's names. But I appreciate everybody who donated to the Cash App, to the PayPal, also to the Super Chat. I appreciate you. Check out the merch that's on this channel, Divine Royalty merch. We got new merch. And what else? And the classes, the Ancestor class. If you guys want to tap more into your ancestors. And for the meetups, like I said, Divine Royalty family, I will be keeping you guys updated in the private group. Ashe. You feel me? Because we just don't want some randoms just popping up, you know? Like, that's how like creepy stuff start happening. So I kind of want to keep it very closed. You know, I don't want it too big. But yeah, it will be introvert friendly. But anyway, I'll let you guys know about that. And I think that's pretty much everything. I think I touched on everything. Yes, I did. Okay, I hope that you guys, oh, 555, big change, Ashe. I hope that you guys learned something today. Check out the resources that I gave you. Get your spiritual elixirs and also check out the books so you guys can understand a little bit more about dark magic and shadow work, the reason why you guys need to work with it. Check out sacredtext.com. I gave you guys tons of resources. And also when you are following certain spiritual leaders or gurus, always ask questions. You feel me? Ask them for their resources. Ask them what information can you get. You feel me? Because if they're not helping you to also elevate and they only making you go through them to get information, then you know they know better than the church. They're using you and manipulating you, and that time is over. And for people that's doing that, we got to start exposing them because the ancestors are already airing them out. That's why they're running away. They hiding right now. So anyway, you're going to see, everybody's seeing, it's been a crazy show this whole year. Everybody been sitting back watching. Those who've been doing the work is about to harvest the fruits of their hard labor. You feel me? Ashe. So much blessings, love, good energy, good vibes to everybody who's been doing the work. Shout out to my Black Sheep and Divine Royalty family. All right, look, I'm getting tired. My throat is all scratchy now. I'm about to drink this water. But I love you guys. Take care. Conjure Queen signing out. Peace.